Hi guys, Judy here. I slept so good. I had the deepest sleep. The Lord is good. He woke me up. I don't, usually spend a ton of time on videos, but he woke me up to a video by this YouTuber named GEVTE. And I'm going to put a link in the description box and in the comment section for you to take a peek at it if you have 30 minutes or so. It's really exciting, a lot of interesting information. There's, like in everything, I don't, if anything conflicts with what he told a 10-year-old prophet, I kind of ignore that part. There's a part where he talks about a woman who had a dream. She moved out of California because there was a bunch of earthquakes around the eclipse time, and yes, there will be earthquakes, wars, rumors of wars, all kinds of things. But I'm here to assure you guys that the major destruction and earthquakes that kill, that it's tribulation type stuff, will not happen until after the rapture. Sure, we're going to see shakings and things like that, just like we always have since the beginning of creation. But while the bride is here, we won't see stuff that's so devastating that, you're all going to be dead, okay? He assured my son that. He told my son specifically regarding California that we would see nothing above a 6.8. And then we're totally fine until he gets here. So he's just giving a lot of really cool facts and information. I encourage you to read the comments. Very exciting time to just pump up your faith muscle and please the Lord. Jump into faith, I'm excited about, this whole week. And I didn't go asking for another date set. If you look at Redeem 44's video, you'll see it all began when Marianne asked me to please call Redeem 44 in her spirit. She was shown that him and I would get a great puzzle piece, or there'd be icing on the cake, or something was going to be shown. And it took me a few, less than a week to get a hold of him between our two schedules. And I finally did, and it was just God's perfect timing. And it's the last thing I want to do is announce a date set, because I jump into everyone else's, but we already went through our season of that. And so I believe others, and I believe just simply that he's coming every day. If I wake up here tomorrow, say it's today, and I'm very happy to live that way. So I didn't go looking for a new date set, but he gave it, and Redeem 44 will tell you in his video, and you can look at mine, how it all kind of happened. It was very anointed and divine and Holy Spirit led. And so God is really giving us a high alert status here for tomorrow, Monday, through the 28th, a 7-day period. So that's like, yes, I am saying that's what he showed us. So he showed me too. I mean, like really strong, like this is another date set. And you guys know that I don't say these things lightly. And when he fell on my son, we announce things because it's all the Lord. It's not me, okay? It's the Lord. So I just want to make that clear. A lot of people give date sets based on, I call it garage work or signs in the heavens and research and study. And that's the Lord too. That's amazing. But then also there's these things that are given straight from the mouth of God to you. And that's, that's pretty amazing. And that is another one of these things where it's like the Lord set this all up for me to believe and just be on a really high alert again, in addition to believing every day to really look out for this. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. But I will say, just so you know, like in my spirit, if we're here past the 28th of August, that I have felt for a very long time, September, October, November, I always get excited around these time periods, because that God fell on my son November 19th of 2013, and his first date set was Christmas of 2013. That's the first date he gave my son. I am coming on Christmas. I mean, this wasn't like anything made up. It was the date setting phenomenon. It's what he does. And so I'm telling you, I'm excited about this whole year. But I love you guys. And if you know, a lot of you, he is called to sit and wait and watch. And that's a really holy calling. He had me do nothing for a year and a half, almost 2 years, and sitting and just waiting and watching. That's really holy. Don't down people who God has told to do that. He has me on a really crazy busy schedule now. But he gave me these since Friday at 3 o'clock to today till 1. He gave me this total alone time because my son's on a retreat. And I planned it out ahead of time. People can verify this because I was talking to some people. I said, I'll be really busy during this time putting together my son's homeschool work. It's my only spare time. He won't be here. And then I'm back to work again. So I have to take advantage of this time. So I'm sorry I won't be able to talk to you. Okay, but no, what did the Lord do? I'm in shock. He totally shocked me and did this whole thing, this whole flirt thing with Marianne told me, and then Redeem 44, and then had me making all these videos when I knew I should be working on my homeschool stuff, and he interrupted my schedule once again. It's a huge flirt. It's a huge sign. It's a huge way of the Lord telling me, yes, I have put work in front of you to do until I get here, as in the days of Noah, eating, drinking, carry on, doing their thing. But thank you, daughter, that you stop what I tell you to stop, and you look up, and you listen, and you give my words, and you're willing to stop everything for my appearing, even when I've thrown you back into a busy schedule. You know when I'm talking and calling you to set aside time and be still and look for me, and it's just been a really exciting weekend here. I have to pick up my son at 1 o'clock. It's 10, a few hours. And, it'll be fun. I'm happy to see him, but I'm just saying, like, this kind of time where I could just make video after video and not be busy. I'm working again all this week. School has begun for my son and for regular public school. But I just feel like this has been a very sacred time. I love you guys. It's been wonderful to spend it with you. And I really look forward to seeing you face to face, because the Lord has put a deep yearning in my heart to see you all face to face. And I really believe that's because we are going to be gathering in the air. He's made it such a strong yearning and desire that I've been telling a few people, if we're here in 2018, I am having a gathering. I am going to set a time and a date and a state and a place for us to meet. That's how strong the urging is. And so I'm beginning to feel that after what he did this week, and that urging is really because I'm supposed to see you face to face in the air, These are the things that I put together and I ponder on, and I thank the Lord for giving me. So be excited, be on watch. He loves our anticipation. He loves our excitement as if it was the very first date set. And that's what I doing to please him. I'm jumping into it. I'm jumping into faith. I'm jumping into it with reckless abandon, being irresponsible. Once again, to the things I need to attend to. But the Lord did it. And like I say, guys, don't be irresponsible. Live a life that's good and, productive until he gets here, unless he calls you to lay everything down and be quote unquote unproductive in the world's eyes. That's when I say abandon everything for him. But there are certain situations where people are just being lazy and not doing things and using the rapture as an excuse, and that's not good. Don't do that kind of a thing, okay? That's not the Lord. Don't use the rapture as an excuse to not do what God's asking you to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure none of you are doing that, but I've run across some situations where I've just had to tell people things that, what? Are you being irresponsible, or is the Lord telling you to lay it down? Because sometimes our flesh doesn't want to do things. Don't use anything as an excuse. Follow the Lord, okay? And then you'll have peace, and then you will have, even though it's hard sometimes, you'll be like, listen, I know that I'm in the right place. It doesn't all make sense, but it's all good. And the Lord caused me to lay everything down and take the time that I set aside to do things to be productive for this world if we were here, to not do them. So I take that as another huge sign and flirt. And why am I sharing this? And why am I reiterating and saying this over and over again? Because I'm saying he's coming, people. Get ready. He's coming. Look up. Don't mess around. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. But remember, as in the days of Noah, they were eating and drinking and carrying on, married. That's what a lot of us brides are doing. I'm in that boat now, but I was in a boat where some of you are, where all you're doing is sitting and waiting, watching every video. That's holy. When I was on my bed a year and a half, that was holy. That wasn't me being lazy or irresponsible. It looked like that to the world's eyes, but it was me laying down everything for my King. Okay, and so accept where you're at. Thank the Lord for your position. We're all in different positions until he gets here. And jump into it. So I'm jumping into faith. And in about 4 hours, my crazy busy schedule will begin again, okay? It'll really begin on Monday, honestly, if we're here. Because I still believe he can come even today, even before Monday. Even though the current date set starts Monday, I'm still in the everyday camp. Because that's what he told a 10-year-old prophet. If you wake up here today, say it's today. If you wake up here tomorrow, say it's today. Say that every day until I get here. So I'm on high watch today. And I was yesterday, and I woke up here with a renewed joy. So, I thank the Lord. I thank him for every little nugget I get, because I've noticed when I have an attitude of complete gratitude, he blesses me. When I have an attitude of sadness and somber and pondering and negativity, he still blesses me. Don't get me wrong. He talks me through it. It's all good, and it's all Romans 8:28, but I do celebrate when I wake up all excited, okay? And I did today. So try to watch this video. I'm going to link it. Here's the guy, all right? And read all the comments and all the people's dreams and flirts. Jump into it, bride, because why am I saying this is important? Because God speaks to his people. We are the body of Christ, and he speaks to us, and he gives visions and dreams in the last hour. It's in the Bible, and he lets us, we're not in the dark. He says, ye know. He told me, the day and the hour of my return, ye know, because ye are my friends. But he said those that aren't his friends, they don't know. Those are the ones walking around saying, you don't know the day or the hour. And then, of course, we have the idiom, and that, we know that's scriptural. So you guys just know that you know, because you are his friends, and jump into that. We do know when he's coming. So I love you, and I will most likely be talking to you soon, unless the Lord gives me some more messages. But I'll be seeing my son and getting some work done, I feel like, today. Who knows, though? We'll see what he does. I love you. Bye.